Thank you for joining our presentation, which is aimed at helping you to support young people who are thinking about university. So, here's what you can expect during this talk. Currently, only 6% of care leavers go on to higher education. With your help, we'd like to increase that figure to 12% by 2024. Often, young people who have been in care have also experienced disruptions to their education. They can underachieve at GCSE, and because of this, we see care leavers taking a longer route to university and starting at a slightly older age. Every year we hear success stories about our young people. We currently have 4 care leavers going on to university in September. They were all aged 21 and none of them got particularly good grades at GCSE. Like many children in care, they faced barriers to achieving. They've suffered with mental health and behavioural issues. They've had a lot to deal with, and at age 18 they may not have been ready for university, but they all had someone who planted that seed and supported them. One of the young people is actually autistic and had been in a special school. When they joined college, they were given an entry-level course and they worked their way up to level 3. And they're actually on for distinctions in their current course and will be going on to university. They've been working on their social skills while they've been in education, and their progress has been fantastic. These young people were helped to succeed by carers who embraced these young people's interests and encouraged them. They took them to events so that they could find out more. They had carers who encouraged them to either stick at school or to try college or change direction if needed. People who reassured them that they were bright and they could do things, it's just that they were finding it more difficult because they'd had a tougher start. They had carers who reassured them that everything was going to be okay, really, and as one of the carers we spoke to told us, she would never have gone if I hadn't have put the idea in her head. They needed somebody to show them the way. They needed someone who had a bit of knowledge about higher education to talk to them about it and to tell them that you didn't need to get straight A's in your GCSEs and do A-levels to go to university, that there were other ways of getting there. And that if they use their support network and they work with the college, that they can get to where they want to be. But it can be daunting as a foster carer. You might not know where to find information. You might have questions about pastoral and financial support. Carers might not be aware of the Staying Put scheme, which can help young people considering university. Often these young people who are independent and determined enough to make their way to higher education don't want to be labelled as being in care, and therefore they might miss out on help that is available to them. We asked Jackie, a local foster carer who has supported young people to university, for some advice. Jackie told us that she got a lot of information from her supervising social worker, and that also she really wished she'd known more about what individual universities can offer care leavers. One of her top tips was to make sure that you accompany a young person on at least 2 open days. If possible, take younger foster children with you. It might even inspire them. But if that's not possible, don't be afraid to ask for respite or daycare so that you can focus on your older child who wants to go to university. She advises that you try and learn as much as you can about UCAS and student finance to get involved in the whole process. Ask the school or the college for advice. Most people are very supportive, and there is extra support available for young people who are leaving care and moving on to education. You just need to look for it. So if you've got a young person who's going off to university, what should you do? Well, it would be great if you could involve the younger foster children in sending them off on their way. They could be a great role model for the other children in your house. It would be really good to send them lots of texts, checking in that they're okay and saying that you're thinking about them. Encourage your young person to get involved in university clubs and society, especially if they're naturally a bit shy or if they're commuting to university. Encourage them to make themselves known to the University Care Leaver Support Service Every university has something on offer for care leavers, but they will need to make themselves known so that they're able to access it. Maybe tolerate them coming back and using your house as a hotel. This apparently is normal teen behaviour for those who've gone off to university. Be supportive and encourage independence. It's that tricky balance, but we know that these young people are well on their way to independence. So what could you say to young people to encourage them to go to university? Well, you could tell them all about how they'll be able to live independently and make their own decisions, how they will always feel proud of their achievements and that they will get confidence from it. You could focus on the fact that they are likely to have more access to jobs when they qualify and that they have the potential to earn more money. It's important to reassure young people that they will fit in. Higher education welcomes people from all kinds of backgrounds and they will find friends and they'll probably make lasting friendships. They'll be able to choose to live in a different town or city if they want to, and there will be lots of support available. Foundation years can be a great option for young people who haven't had a traditional route through education. Lots of universities offer foundation years, and generally they're all run in a similar kind of way. It's quite often small groups, they get a lot of academic support and a lot of pastoral support. They're a good way to ease themselves into a full degree, and it will help them to ensure that they are making the right decision with their chosen degree. Young people can apply for student finance in the usual way, and they can actually get 4 years of funding if they're doing a foundation year course and then going on to their degree course. Anglia Ruskin University is one of many that offers foundation years. They have a separate department looking after the students, ensuring that they are well prepared for the next step. All of the websites that you'll see in this presentation will be available to you just by clicking on the picture. So once we've gone through the presentation together, you'll be able to go through at your leisure, just clicking on each of the pictures so that you can then access the website. Every university is different, and part of the research that your young person will be doing is into what is the university like. What setting is it in? Is it a campus university? Is it in a city? Is it small? Is it really big? What's the support like? There are a lot of questions, and one of the best things to do is to visit the university. If that's not possible in person, do check online because a lot of places are doing virtual open days. Support is available for care leavers at all universities and every offer is slightly different. We've tried to give you an overview, and if we haven't got exact information, we've got the links to the university so that you can look. At Anglia Ruskin University, they are pleased to offer 365-day university accommodation, so the young person doesn't have to worry about going home in the holidays. They also have a £500 care leaver bursary. And as we said, if you click on the picture when you look through this presentation at your leisure, it will take you to the website. Cambridge University offers a support package for care leavers, which includes 365-day accommodation and a bursary. This enhanced bursary can be paid in instalments and can be paid in advance to help with setup costs. There's also excellent pastoral support from your personal tutors and other university services. The Realise project is an ongoing project committed to supporting and guiding students from care backgrounds. This is Cambridge University website, where they also have a care leaver package. The University of Suffolk's care leaver website, Lincoln University's care leaver website, the University of Bedfordshire's information, University of East Anglia and Norwich, the University of Essex, the University of Northampton. The Propel website is a brilliant website for you and your young person to use. It has information for how you can support young people, but it also allows the young person to look at different universities and to find out what support will be available for them. The UCAS website has a Supporting Care Leavers toolkit, which will be really useful for anybody who's supporting care leavers on their next step in education. You might also want to look at the local offer to care leavers from your particular council. Talking about university and opportunities after school is really important. It's never too early to start raising the aspirations of the young people in your care. Encourage their interests, support their progress, and help them to find out where they can go in life. It's a unique opportunity you have as a foster carer to help support young people's ambitions. Thank you for being a foster carer, and thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation. If you have any further questions about supporting care leavers to access higher education, then join our live question and answer session on Wednesday the 20th of May at 2 p.m. Further details to follow.